Hello, this is Some Color Mage. With me today is.
Cat use.
And we are 15 minutes away from the first Final Fantasy XIV Fan Fest of the 2023-2024 cycle in Las Vegas. There is going to be probably the reveal of version 7.0. We don't really know what could be in there. Probably Void stuff. I think some people thought there was going to be Mericidia stuff. We'll see. And I'm sure what they'll reveal today will not hide half of the stuff on purpose, because Creative Business Unit 3 is getting really good at doing that. And it's the first FanFest anyway, so okay, we have a timer now. just faded in and out of existence for a second there before it actually got started. So, Kat, what do you expect's going to be in here?
I mean, so we probably won't get too much about the X-Pack, right? But there'll probably be some hints that we're either going to Mericidia or the New World or, uh, I don't know, wherever. Any of the number, we'll narrow down which of the 10,000 different locations Emmett Selk uh, mentioned in the end of the expansion.
Uh,
Uh,
God, that seems
we'll
just
narrow it
still
down.
so.
Maybe we won't know which node.
I mean, they'll reveal something, even if it takes until like the end of the FanFest cycle for them to reveal what's actually going on. Because, like, they'll still talk about the basic concept and stuff. Like the first. Okay, Endwalker doesn't really count because they only had one FanFest and one special announcement, but like we still knew the general idea of what Endwalker was going to be about. Shadowbringers, Shadowbringers, it took until what, the second or third FanFest. It wasn't in the first that that they revealed that it actually took place on the first shard. Like the first time, it gave the impression that you were invading uh, Ilzabad.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the other thing we have to look out for is Yoshi P's shirt.
Yeah. I forget, did they usually do a job reveal on the first one of these, or is that for the second? Do they do the second and third for those?
Uh, I don't remember. Uh, I mean,
It's like
okay, so for the
I can't
Shadowbringers
remember
one, they did.
half of how this shit goes, because the last normal FanFest cycle was like 5 years ago.
Oh, for Shadowbringers, his shirt was at the NA Fan Fest, which was the first Fan Fest. It
Right.
was Vieira. I don't remember what the shirt was.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not just the shirt stuff. I mean, like,
Yeah,
it's of course the first one's going to have outright reveals. He doesn't, as far as I can remember, he doesn't have his shirts planned out at the previous live letters. But yeah, I think that no matter where else the story goes, there has to be void stuff involved here somehow, because there's no time to pivot the story to anything else. Like, yes, the next patch is going to have everyone going to have the fight against Aromas and probably resolve the immediate concern with the story arc, but there's like most of the time the expansion story truly starts in point 4 of the previous cycle, and the way Endwalker's been doing things is different, and there hasn't been like sudden new plot threads. It's still the exact same thing that they've been working on since point 1.
Yeah. So I guess I mean I sort of the obvious thing is that we'll probably have to revisit the first at some point,
Probably.
and that we're gonna do that by going through the void. Um,
Hmm. I think this is 1.5 hours, right? Let me just check Lodestone. Yeah, the Keynote's 1.5 hours. And while we won't be streaming this, tomorrow starts with the live letter that I believe has already been explicitly stated to be the reveal of 6.5. So I mean, it's not like 7.0 is going to come out of somewhere. The two are going to link together somehow. So
yeah.
that is generally why I assume it's got to be something void related, because what else is there in the main story?
Yeah. I mean, the only other like plot thread that's really being explored right now is I don't know, character development for Vitra, which is seems pretty self-contained. I don't really see it continuing on for another expansion.
Right. Yeah, because like if everything does turn out okay in 6.5 with the fight against Aromas, that's basically a feature and Ajaya's current role in the story done. So I mean, something like that could continue into the expansion, I guess, but it seems like, but it does seem like that, you know, well, this part does have to be at least somewhat self-contained, right? The expansions never really have loose threads in the parts that are introduced in the patch cycle, right? Like
Yeah,
it's a new conflict that follows directly from what happened prior, instead of like, oh shit, something happened in the previous patch that we haven't fixed yet, we gotta do this.
yeah. I mean, I think the closest thing I can think of, and it's really a stretch, is in like 2.1. You deal with all these in 2.2. You deal with all these like Doman refugees, and it's sort of like hinted that, oh, you're gonna have to go deal with the problem in Doma, and then that just sort of gets tabled for like 2 expansions.
Yeah.
But that's really a stretch.
Hmm. Of course, there are also real-world reasons why that one got partially tabled and probably didn't get touched on as hard as they wanted to during Heavensward.
Yeah.
And also, like, again, that's less, plot thread dropped and waited to be picked up, and more basically just a lesser version of Emmett's Selk listing off a dozen plot points at the end of the expansion.
That scene is gonna go down in history as well. I don't know if it's good foreshadowing, but it's definitely unique foreshadowing.
I just find it funny that, both of the main storylines started in 6.1 just start with a flashback to that scene. Because, like, oh, we go map to bounty. Flashback. Oh, you've never found out what's below the bounty. Oh, hey, the gods that the people on our continent worshipped and we thought were false were real. Flashback. Oh, you don't know the true identities of the 12. At the same time, it's also the most Emmett Selk thing possible, so...
Yeah, okay, I'm just browsing YouTube chat because I hate myself. It seems like the things people are excited for are the grape plushie, female Hrothgar, and for some reason people think that Blitzball is going to be in the next expansion.
They've been saying that for fucking years.
Also, do people remember Final Fantasy X? The original Blitzball game was not very fun. It's this
And
very
then 10-2 made
clunky...
it worse.
Does anyone actually want Blitzball unless they like completely rework how it works?
Like, I think people went even more fucking feral for Blitzball after that 116 interview where the Matsu guy did a joke about it, and it's like, no, why does anyone? like in a game full of absolutely terrible side quests, the Blitzball stuff in 10 was the most tedious. And there are some real tedious fucking side quests in 10 to unlock all of the ultimate weapons.
Under dodging, boys.
Yeah, thunder dodging, the butterflies, the chocobo race.
Yeah. Oh, we're starting in 3, 2, 1, and they're going to be a technical problem.
You yeah.
I called it. I called it.
And this pre-stream started at like the previous hour, and then it took the YouTube version of the pre-stream another 15 minutes to show up, so not surprised. Oh god. Every time, right? Every time.
Yeah. This is in the same tradition as Atlas having like a countdown to announce the countdown to the announcement to Persona 5 Royal Edition or whatever the fuck it was.
God. Yeah, I'm just looking in in our North American FC, and yeah, Ray's just saying like last FanFest in person it started like 10 minutes late.
What chat is this?
It's it's a thread in FanCap. Fuck. Sorry, I clicked the wrong button when trying to switch tabs. Yeah, it's in Fat Cat Fan Club. It's a thread in Fat Cat Fan Club's FF14 spoiler channel.
I found it. I think I muted that chat because people were always talking about shit. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, last time in FanFest in person it started 10 minutes late.
Why does Windows allow these stupid buttons on the taskbar previews? Like, you know, why would I want to disconnect from a Discord call without actually switching to the Discord window?
Yeah, that's a great question, and I don't know. Discord has like had slowly developed more and more design issues.
And this one's kind of a Windows design issue, because I mean, frankly, it's a feature that Windows shouldn't have. the ability to put buttons in the window previews.
Uh-oh, they ran out of music. Another countdown! Let's go, boys! I told you there was going to be a countdown to the countdown.
Best in the biz! But we know this one's legit because it's got the fireworks. Okay, the second countdown's done.
What if third countdown?
This isn't. This is a very unexpected theme.
Yeah.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
Okay, so the Blainer guy's here from Endwalker.
Meteor Survivor looks so smug in that scene.
Mamulja is a new world, right? So.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Are we allowed to talk about leaks on this stream?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so there was a leaked or like data mined thing of a letter that Kryl got from the leader of the Mamulja from Final Fantasy XI, which I guess is going to be in 6.5 or something.
Okay.
So this.
In Taco.
Mamulja are Tex-Mex. It's confirmed. Okay, the Meteor Survivor, it looks like
Dawn
flies
Trail.
with a man bun. Dawn Trail.
And summer 2024, so about a year off. And
please welcome to the stage the producer and director of Final Fantasy XIV, Naoki Yoshida.
fucking bass boosted Endwalker theme. God. Technical difficulties, the Square Enix staple. Thank God I turned the volume on this stream down.
Hi guys! Welcome to the Final Fantasy XIV Fan Festival 2023 in Las Vegas!
Damn, this shirt doesn't reveal anything.
Thank you for coming today. My name is Naoki Yoshida, producer and director Final Fantasy XIV. さあじゃあ早速ケイトさん呼びましょう。ケイトさん。
I mean, he's wearing a shirt on top of another shirt, so maybe the inner shirt reveals something.
Lead of Final Fantasy 14, and I'm here to tell you what Yoshi P is saying.
本当に久しぶりのこうやってね皆さんと一緒にやれるファンフェスティバル帰ってきました。とにかく嬉しいです。
It's been a really long time since we've been able to see all of you in person, and I'm so happy to be here with everyone.
さっきトレーラー見ていただいたんでここからいよいよ基調講演始めていこうと思うんですがその前に一つ
So now that you've seen the trailer, I'd like to get started on the keynote, except before that we do have one thing we need to take care of.
最近ですね我々スクエアエニックスの社長 CEO が交代しました。
You see, recently Square Enix had a change of CEO.
その CEO なんと皆さんと同じ光の戦士です。
And that new CEO is also a warrior of light, just like you.
Yeah. I'm just kind of excited that we've got a game coming out now that's unambiguously something I can do in the live theme.
We'd really like to have him say hi to you all, so we're going to call him out.
Yeah. Also, apparently the Japanese translation of the title is Golden Legacy. So, let's talk. We said we were going to see cities of gold in the new world, and
But also, like, that is quite possibly the most Native American region-inspired name for an expansion ever. So
yeah, I mean, we are going to go to we're going to be Juan Ponce de Leon this expansion, which is that sounds a little unfortunate actually.
I'm so happy to meet all of you warriors of light here in Vegas. So, what do you think of a new trailer? Did you like it? I wanted to feel exactly what you are feeling right now.
and you gotta admit, this guy is a lot more a lot better at playing to the crowd than the previous guy.
Until today's Fan Fest.
I'm going to interpret Kiryu-san's message in Japanese for those watching the stream.
I think it helps that this guy actually plays video games and isn't like a corporate robot like basically every other Square Enix CEO.
Yeah.
In fact, as part of my daily routine lately, I've been watching the older trailers whenever I needed a boost of energy.
なので日々のルーティンの中で自分の気持ちを上げたいときに、14の過去のトレーラーを
Like, he also did pretty well on the stage of that Final Fantasy 16 stream.
Nothing compared to the excitement of experiencing the newest one here in Vegas with all of
And,
you
like, at the very least, despite everyone's concerns, Square Enix has not announced new NFT shit since the changeover. So.
Yeah. I stand by my prediction that whole thing was like theater for the stockholders. Though I could be wrong.
The anticipation is almost
Yeah, and the phrasing and stuff was definitely fairly concerning, but at the same time, like, it's pretty obvious why the change happened when, the previous CEO put his weight behind games like Forspoken and Marvel's Avengers.
Yeah.
I hope you have a wonderful time at today's FanFest. But never forget that even after it ends, we are still connected through the world of Final Fantasy XIV.
フェスを楽しんでくださることを願っています。ですが、ファンフェスが終わっても私たちは14という世界でつながっています。そのことをぜひ忘れないでください。
And that world continues to grow and expand. So I hope we continue to pray and enjoy it together. Thank you!
ぜひ一緒に、この発展していく14を続けて遊んでいきましょう。
Thank you, 桐生さん。ありがとうございました。じゃあまた後ほど。
See you again later.
聞きました。まだまだしばらくファイナルファンタジー14続けていいみたいなんで。
He seems to think it's cool if we keep continuing Final Fantasy XIV.
僕の命が
Yeah, I can't believe Square Enix wants to continue funding one of their biggest money makers.
I do intend to continue until I die, or perhaps even afterwards. So please stay with us.
Yoshi P, please do not rise from the dead to make another expansion if the worst happens.
And also,
God.
before I start the keynote, just
Yoshi
let me
P
give
is
you
gonna
a
rise
quick
from the
thank
dead
you.
to make Final Fantasy 17 or something.
そして新生14行月のフィナーレまで本当に皆さん長い長い旅路を我々と一緒に歩んでくださって本当にありがとうございます。
Thank you so much for taking this long journey with us from Final Fantasy 1.0 in through ARR and then all the way to Endwalker. I'm so glad you did.
このようやく帰ってこれた物理開催のファンフェスティバルで拡張パッケージ黄金のレガシードーントレイルを皆さんに発表できて本当にほっとしてます。
It's such a relief, frankly, to finally be able to share Dawn Trail with you guys in this live venue with all of us together.
本当にありがとうございます。
Thank you so much.
28.
では、はい、ファンフェスティバルの開幕、僕の基調講演からいよいよスタートしていこうと思います。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
And with that, we will finally begin FanFest with my keynote.
では先ほどお話ししました、発表したドーントレイルですが、天野先生書き下ろしの新たなロゴ、テーマカラーはゴールドになってます。
So as you saw in the trailer, we have this wonderful new logo designed by Yoshitaka Amano. And our theme color this time, as in the Japanese title of Gilded Legacy, our theme color is gold.
It is a nice logo.
そしてですね、
Yeah.
発売予定は
Like,
2024年
and Amano's on a roll. Had them earned to the.
And as for that release date, this will be coming in summer of 2024.
まあ夏のできるだけ早い時期に出したいなとは思うんですけど、まあ夏ちょっとね広めに覚えておいてもらえると助かります。
Truly, I really want to get this out as early in summer as possible, but please, for now, just remember summer generally, just in case.
では、簡単にですね、今お話しできるストーリーについて軽く
So it's coming out in August.
So now, to the degree
Yeah,
that I
that's
can,
probably
I'll
what's
tell you
going to
a
end
little
up
bit about the
happening.
story.
今回皆さん光の戦士にお届けするのは英雄への最高の夏休みと冒険です。
So what we want to bring to all of you warriors of light is the very best summer vacation a hero could possibly have.
Oh my.
まあちょっとね、エンドウォーカーからのこう落差が
The
激しい
beach
んで
episode after the
I
end of the
realize
world.
this is
Let's
such
go.
change from the feeling of Endwalker.
ほら皆さんね、 惑星ハイデリンだけじゃなくてね宇宙まで救ってくれたわけじゃないですか。だから皆さんにそろそろ休暇
Well
を
then,
お話ししたいなと。
time for Shisui Glams to get even more
Not only
prominent.
Idle In, but kind of the whole universe, so
We
thought
were at the
maybe we'd give you
beach.
a little break.
Everyone had matching shishui glams.
その新たなる冒険そしてそのバカンスの目的地は新大陸と呼ばれているトラル大陸になります。
So the site of this vacation and a brand new adventure will be what you know as the New World, what we know as Tural.
光の戦士である皆さんはとある人物の来訪を受けます。
You Warriors of Light will be receiving a very special guest.
そしてそこで依頼されるのは新たなその新大陸の王を決める継承の儀というものへの助力です。
And that person will request your help in Tural's right of succession.
そのレースの目的が幻の黄金鏡というものが絡んでいると聞いた冒険者は一路この新大陸を目指すことになります。
Of course, as an adventurer, when you hear that this contest will somehow involve the legendary City of Gold, you will make your way to Tural.
ごめん
Yeah, yeah.
おなじみのメンバーもちろん勢ぞろいするんですが
Of course, all of the team members you know and love will be there.
今回そこで繰り広げられるのはなんと暁を二分してのそれぞれ
Yeah,
の
I'm
王位継
sure
承レースになります。
the Scions being split up is going to truly last the entire expansion.
さあ誰が味方で誰がライバルチームになるのかぜひ楽しみにお待ちください。
I remember when 6.1, 6.2 came out, people were complaining that the story was too serious and still like high stakes. So hopefully this puts that to rights.
誰が仲間がいい
The
ですか？
Scions are having a tournament
Who's the
arc
smartest?
of like watermelon snatching or something.
いやストラが仲間がいい。どうかな。
Yistola?
そういえばグラハタコス食べてたの。
Yeah, Graha was eating a taco, wasn't he?
では続いてこの 7.0、黄金のレガシーの拡張テーマお話ししていこうと思います。
They knew that that taco was going to be the most focused thing in the trailer.
7.0 拡張のテーマはですね、ファイナルファンタジー14全体も含めた新たな冒険、その始まりになります。
So this is the beginning of a new journey for Final Fantasy XIV as a whole, and that is our theme, will be the journey of discovery that you will be on.
これまで Q14 から続いてきた
And this artwork does look nice. It's also like very expected for the kind of setting they're going for.
From 1.0 through Endwalker,
Yep,
about
we're
how
going
the
to
has concluded.
Tenochi Clan
その歩みから続く
or something.
Yeah.
新しい新章のスタートだと思っていただいて構いません。
So you can think of this as our first step into a new story for Final Fantasy XIV.
もちろん今回 7.0 だけでもストーリーもしっかり RPG1 本分の濃厚な体験をお届けしていきます。
Of course, just within 7.0 itself, we do plan to give you a story and experience worthy of a full RPG package title.
So I guess the Void stuff will just end up being put on the back burner after this.
So the impetus for this new story, this contest for the throne, what will that entail exactly?
そして新大陸トラルとはどんなエリア、どんな冒険が待っているのか。
And what sort of places and adventures are waiting in Tural?
そして黄金鏡、謎のキーワードですね。一体どんなものなのか。
And of course, we have these mysterious references to the City of Gold. What is it really?
もちろんこれまで同様に皆さんに驚いてもらえる仕掛けもたくさんご用意してますのでぜひご期待ください。
Of course, as we always do, we have a bunch of surprises prepared for you, so feel free to keep your expectations high.
長い間ですね、光の戦士をやってくださってる皆さんが、ファイナルファンタジー14チームが単なる夏休みをプレゼントするとは思ってないと思うんですよね。
Of course, our longtime warriors of light wouldn't believe us if we said that the development team was just going to give you a summer vacation, right?
もちろんどんな冒険になるのかぜひ楽しみにお待ちください。
So please look forward to finding out what this adventure has in store for you.
さあでは続いて新大陸トラルをちょっと見ていこうかと思います。
All right, so moving on, I'd like to talk a little bit about the New World, also known as Tural.
ここから新たな冒険の舞台となるそのトラルについて今お話しできる情報を、ここからしばらくまとめてお話ししていきます。
So for now, I've put together the information that I can share about this site of our upcoming adventure.
まずこれまで見てきたエオルゼア・ゼンズが更新されています。
So here is the map that we are used to, centered around Eorzea, and it has been updated.
これまで皆さんの冒険の舞台だったのは
Oh, we're getting a... Well, we're not getting a full world map now because Ilsabard's still the giant fucking clouds, but...
Yeah.
そしてガレマール帝国があったイルサバード大陸。
And where Garlemald is located, Ilsabard.
そして東方東の国やドマがあるオサード小大陸を含めた三大州まででした。
And of course, the far eastern Othard with Hingashi and Doma, the three great continents thus far.
今回皆さんには西へ行っていただきます。
Okay, so Chiral is southern New World.
We will be taking you far west.
今回ドーントレイルの冒険により活動地域は海を越えた西方に広がっていきます。
And yeah, this matches up with what we can see of the source in Mare Lamentorum. If you want a general idea of what the world looks like, I extracted that texture from the game and just like the other three continents that are still covered in cloud there, you can make out what they look like.
Let's look a little more closely about the details.
今回の基調講演、ちょっとまだね、開発中期、初期ぐらいの間ぐらいなので動画は出ないんですが、アートとかスクリーンショットなどで様々なポイントをご紹介していこうと思います。
Because we are still in the middle of development, we don't have videos for you today, but I will show you some concept art and screenshots to go along with my talk.
では、冒険の舞台に関わるところから始めていきます。
Okay, let's start with some places we'll see on our adventure.
皆さんにプレイヤータウンご紹介しようと思います。
Okay, first, our new major hub city.
これまでイシュガルド、クガネ、クリスタリウム、オールドシャーレアンと増えてきました。このドーントレイルでどうなるか。
All right, so in our expansions thus far, we've increased these major cities. We started with Ishgard, we went to Kugane, the Crystarium, and Old Charlian. So where are we going this time?
こちら、トラル大陸、ヨカトラルと呼ばれる地域にあるトライオラというのが新たなプレイヤータウンとなります。
So our new major city is located in an area of Tural called Yok Tural, and it is called Tuliolal.
こちらそのアートワークなんですが、天野先生のねロゴでもこの姿描かれてますね。
As you can see in this artwork, this is the silhouette that you've seen in Amano's logo for us.
これまでのタウン以上に異文化、多民族という特徴があります。
This, more than the cities that you're used to, has an emphasis on diversity.
ではアートワークとスクリーンショット。
I have to wonder if, in some sense, Tuliolal corresponds to some elements of the Ronkan Empire in the first, since both are just very aggressively Mesoamerican.
Would not be surprised.
じる多民族のイメージが強いです。
Okay, so unlike some other places we've been to, this place is not very industrialized because it is inhabited by myriad peoples who prioritize living with nature.
相当の2つの頭があるマムージャであるグルージャジャという非常に強く聡明な王によって統治されています。
It is currently ruled by a two-headed Mamulja named Gulul Jaja, who is known for being both strong and wise.
今回ですね 7.0 かなり新しいキャラクターどんどん登場してきます。鍵を握る一人なのでぜひ覚えておいてください。
So this is just one of them, but we will be introducing many characters in 7.0.
彼が座るこの玉座、この玉座に次に誰が座ることになるかというのを決めるのが王位継承レースということになります。
So the contest we've been talking about is actually the contest for the throne upon which he currently sits and deciding who will succeed him.
さてもちろんプレイヤータウン実はここだけじゃないです。非常に美しく一風変わった都市っていうのもあるんですが、ちょっとネタバレが強すぎるので今回はまだシークレットにさせてください。
Of course, this is not the only major city that you will visit. There's others, and we will have some very beautiful and quite unique vistas to show you in the future, but that would be spoilers, so not now.
じゃあスクリーンショットいきましょう。
All right.
Yeah, that'd be spoilers, but we'll reveal a ton of them in the other FanFests anyway.
こちらトライアラの港になってます。グラフィックスアップデートの効果もあってですね、かなりオブジェクト数も、増加できて影の濃淡というのもうまく出せてるんじゃないかなと思います。
So this is Tuliolo's harbor, and as you can see, there's been some positive effects from the new graphics update, including more objects placed around than you would usually have, and a lot better shadows.
That is looking
Here's another.
really good.
日中の港から少し奥へ進んだあたりですね、マーケットが立ち並んでます。
So this is a little bit further into town from the harbor, and this is the marketplace.
どんな商品がね取引されているのか、どんな民族が往来しているのか、ちょっと気になりますね。
All right, so what sort of people come here, and what do they trade for? I bet you.
So you can just look at this and know that this city's going to have one hellish jumping puzzle in it.
Yep. Part of the tradition of Final Fantasy XIV beach episodes is to have the worst jumping puzzles.
As you can see, there's a lot of interesting nature, and the overall vibe is definitely different from any of the countries we've visited before.
まあ光の戦士たちの夏休みというのがテーマなので、このトラル大陸泳げるところもたくさんありますので、街の中はねちょっと泳げないですけど、水着をぜひお忘れなく、新大陸へ向かってください。
It's quite suitable for summer vacation, as we've said, and though you cannot swim in the city itself, there are loads of places in Tyrol that you can swim, so maybe bring your bathing suit.
まあちょっと月がね綺麗に浮かんでるんですけど、あの月ちょっとねまだ位置を調整してるんで、実際のタイミングであの場所に浮いてるかどうかまだわかんないです。
Swimming is banned in the city
really in this
limits.
screenshot, but I do have to mention that we haven't actually decided where the buildings are going to be replaced in respect to the moon yet, so it might look kind of different from this at the end.
じゃあ続いて、タウンの紹介したので新しいフィールド行きましょう。
Okay, so let's move on to some field areas.
ここからはですね、この新しい冒険の舞台となる新大陸トラル、そのフィールド見ていこうと思います。
And these are, of course, located all in the New World, Tyrol.
こちらもアートワークとスクリーンショットでご紹介していきます。
Again, we will just be using artwork and screenshots to show you what we have.
まずはこちら、ヨカトラル地方のオルコパチャと呼ばれる、地域をご紹介します。
All right, so this is also located in Yok Tyrol, and it is called Urkopacha.
このヨカトラルの山岳地帯、これがオルコパチャになります。
So this is a very mountainous region of Yok Tyrol.
ヨカトラルの中でも
Exceedingly large and unusually small.
最も大柄な、 旅の集落が、
Oh, yeah.
点在してます。
And in these mountains are settlements belonging to Tyrol's both largest and smallest races.
かつてこの土地、巨人種族が支配する国の中心地であったんですが、今はその遺跡が残るのみになってしまっています。
So this whole area was once the center of an empire ruled by the gigantic race, but of course that empire now only exists in the form of ruins.
かなりね、自然が溢れていて、そこに住まう人たちとうまくね、融合しているイメージになってます。
There's also plenty of nature that everyone is taking advantage of and living harmoniously with.
ではスクリーンショットいきましょう。
Screenshots.
こちらオルコパチャのとある集落です。
So this is a settlement in Urkopacha.
円形に山々が見えるんですが、この辺りの空気感の表現というのも今回かなり工夫してます。
You may notice that the atmosphere, that you can sort of see some stuff in the air around the mountains. We worked pretty hard to make that look good.
それから影の入り方とかね、その陰影にもぜひ
Liking the Aphorites.
And if you could also turn your attention to
Yep.
the shadows and how well those are looking these days.
続いて同じ集落の正面図からの、スクリーンショットです。やっぱりね、ちょっと異文化の雰囲気よく出てますね。
So this is the same settlement from above, and you can definitely tell that it is home to a unique culture.
特にこの辺りの植物、左下の辺りは、今回のねグラフィックスアップデートで今までこういう植物作れなかったんで、いろいろね、世界観を広げるための工夫ができるようになりました。
And just really adding to the ambiance, we have these plants in the corner. We weren't able to make this kind of plants with the old graphics, so we're pretty excited to be able to add these features.
They had to upgrade the
I will tell you more
update
about
the graphics so
someday.
they could make realistic cacti and agave.
Yeah, new plant technology.
雰囲気、それから質感にもぜひご注目ください。
Yes, so here's a third screenshot of the same place, and as you can see there's like a generally nice vibe here, and please take note of the quality of the textures.
テクスチャーにね、解像度も上がりましたね。
Look at those buildings. Look at them. Look at them.
いやー、今はね、日本もそれからラスベガスもめちゃくちゃ暑いので、この高地のちょっと涼しい感じ、羨ましいです。
Yeah, so both Japan and Las Vegas are super hot at the moment, so I'm really jealous of whoever lives here because it looks nice and cool.
暑いな。
Oh my god, I'm so hot.
じゃあもうちょっと奥見ていきましょう。
All right, let's go a little further into the continent.
Well, yes, Yoshi, you have two shirts on. In 40-something degree weather.
場所ですが、本当にね、いろんな森を描いてきましたが、今回もかなり独創的です。
Okay, so this is an area called Yaktael, and you know we have a lot of forests in game, but this is a very unique one.
このさっきご紹介したトライオラから気球に乗ってこのエリアへ到達することになります。
So from Tuliolol, where we were earlier, you can take a dirigible over here to Yaktael.
ここはですね、高レベル帯と低レベル帯2つのエリアに分かれています。
It's actually divided into a high-level area and a low-level area.
上層と下層でかなり雰囲気が異なりますので、ちょっとね、期待
Divided into the high level area and low level area, by which we mean there's going to be a part that you visit at the start of the game and one that you visit later.
And if you have someone who can... You know what's going to happen? The servers are going to get fucked up. We're not going to be able to play the MSQ. People are going to get bored, and the few people who made it through are going to start ferrying people to the high area with their flying mouse so they can fuck around.
This is a Hrothgar area.
Let's take a look at some screenshots.
こちらも夕暮れ、もうね、本当ね、もう嬉しくてみんな自然ばっかり作って。
Right, so this is at
Dude, the sun rays are like amazing in
we were all
this.
so happy about the plants that we took so many nature screenshots.
ありがとうございます。 まあなかなかねこの森の密度っていうのもこれまで出せなかったので楽しみにしていてください。
We've never been able to create such like a dense foliage in a forest before, so we're really excited for that.
こちらですね今回食文化というものをかなり作り込んできてます。
So yeah, we've done a lot to put all of those different varieties in there.
こちらは上空から見たさっきのね集落エリアの雰囲気です。
And this is that same settlement we just saw, but from the sky.
まあ円形は深い霧に覆われていたり、昼と夜ね気候によって雰囲気が違って見えるはずです。
As you can see, we've got some fog, and the scenery changes quite a bit between day and nighttime.
ではここで、このトラル大陸に住まう新たな部族についてちょっと紹介させてください。
Okay, so now let's talk about one of the peoples that lives in Tural.
これまでね皆さんたくさんの部族に出会ってきたかと思います。
It's just all of these monstrous looking things and then just Namazu in the front middle.
Why does the Namazu get to be in front?
もちろんドントレイルでも新たな部族との出会いたくさんあります。その一つ
Even Yoshi P doesn't know why the Namazu is
So of
there.
course you will meet many peoples in Dawn Trail, but we'll just talk about one of them today.
こちら名前をペルペル族と言います。 FF シリーズに詳しい方はあれって思ったかもしれません。
So these are the Pelu Pelu. If you're familiar with older Final Fantasy titles, they may be familiar to you.
ではちょっとだけ特徴をご紹介
Yeah, this feels like a reference to
So let me
something. I
tell you
just
about
don't
a
know
few of their
what.
distinct characteristics.
Is it an 11 thing?
I mean, the King Mamulja, the one that's being replaced, is named after the King Mamulja from Final Fantasy XI, so
そ
probably?
してこの特徴的な仮面というのも、一つ大きな、特徴ですね。
They also wear
Oh, the
these very
Pelu Pelu are
unique
from
hats.
Final Fantasy X.
そして非
Oh.
常に商売が得意なので、プレイヤーの皆さんねもしかしたらいろんなものを売りつけようとされるかもしれません。
But I think there's only one named Pelu Pelu, and he's the stage producer guy from Final Fantasy X too.
そして
Oh, well, that'll be why I don't remember shit about them, because I never gotten that far in 10-2.
ごめんなさい戻しちゃった。
To be fair, has anyone gotten that far in X too?
もう一個。はい。
One more? Yes.
And
good.
some people definitely have.
さまざまな飲み物を、
I mean, the people who
作る
the guy who wrote X 2 and a half
So they're
did.
well
I'll say
known for
that.
their beverage making.
どんな活躍をしてくれるのか、そしてメインストーリー絡んでくるのか、楽しみに想像してみてください。
Yeah, so for now you'll have to just imagine for yourself what kind of role they might play in the main story and our adventure overall.
というわけで簡単ではありますが、冒険の舞台であるトラル大陸、その一部ご紹介しました。
Okay, so though that was very brief, that is a short introduction to Tural.
まあ明かせないね秘密も
Alright,
まだまだ
we
た
need
くさんあるんです
we
が、
we need a
すいません
scene of the
フィールド
Scions
で
getting
紹介は
trashed on
今回
mezcal
こ
and
こまで
tequila.
ください。
Otherwise, this expansion is a
So,
failure.
of course, we still have many secrets that we have not yet shared, so please wait for future announcements of more areas and such.
では続いて 7.0
It's the scene where they go to one of those taco bells that sells alcohol.
Okay, now I would like to give an overview of all of our 7.0 content.
Okay, feature stuff.
Alright, we've got a lot to show because we always go over all of it, so let's just zoom on through here.
まず最初レベルキャップの解放です。
Of
Wow,
course,
who could have seen this coming?
ついにレベルが3桁になりました。
we've reached the triple digits.
いやでもこれもやっぱり長くね続けてこれないとここまで来ないので本当に皆さんのおかげです。ありがとうございます。
Of course, if we hadn't been making the game for so long, we never would have gotten this far, so thanks to all of you.
Thanks to the fans for letting us reach level 100.
すべてのジョブに新しいアクション追加させていただきます。
Of course, we will also be adding new skills for all jobs.
もちろんクラフターもギャザラーもレベル100になります。
And of course, Crafter and Gatherer will also increase their level cap to 100.
さあレベルキャップが上がるということはこちらもあるはず。
Of course, when you increase the level cap, we also need
新たなジョブを追加させていただきます。
we will be adding new jobs.
で今回もですね、2つジョブ足します。
As before, there will again be 2.
Two jobs.
2 jobs.
ちょっと待ってよ。ごめん。今日は何のジョブかまだ言えません。
Okay, I'm really sorry, but I can't tell you what jobs they are today.
No job reveals today, okay.
ちょっと聞いてみようかな。
All
何
right,
のジョ
all
ブ
right,
が
let's
いいです
ask.
か？
What jobs do you want?
なんかね、すごい声が大きくてね、何言ってるかちょっと聞こえないわ。
It's really hard to hear. なんかこの辺になんかブリッツボールすごく欲しい
こっちにも
人がいる。
聞いてみるか。
Here we are with the Blitzball copium.
ちょっと待って。今回じゃあね、ロールだけお知らせします。ロールだけ。
Okay, that was very loud. Let me just tell you the roles.
今回実装するのは2つのジョブとも
Yeah, what job would a
DPS です。
Blitzball player be
Both
anyway?
jobs
The
will
only
be
one we've...
DPS.
Okay, 2 DPS. Like, the only Blitzball player we've had as a, party member in the past has been Walker, and I don't think they're adding racist as a class.
Ranged magical DPS.
ちょっと暑いから脱いでいいかな。
It's really hot. I gotta take off this overshirt.
Shirt reveal time.
All right, shirt time.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
What the fuck?
なんでちょっと待って。なんでみんなわーってなってんの？
Why are you so excited?
You know, I don't think pizza's a job either.
さあどんなジョブがやってくるのか、さまざまな想像を働かせて楽しみにお待ちください。
So while you wait, just try to imagine what kind of jobs we might have in store.
子供の頃よく見てたんですよね。
Hope you can see
Green
this.
mage,
Hope you can see
maybe?
well.
さあ次行きますよ。
All right, let's move on.
Maybe, but I mean, it doesn't really.
に関してです。
This is about our core battle content.
まずこれら基礎バトルコンテンツっていうのは今回も変わりなく実装させて
The
いただき
usual
ます。
stuff,
And
yep.
of course, all of our fundamental battle content is still there.
Wow, there are fates in this expansion.
新たなダンジョンというのもこれまで通り同じボリュームでしっかり楽しんでいただける
And that monster on the left image is just loving
Of
this
course, we are
shit.
preparing as many new dungeons as you've come to expect.
まあちょっとねまだ
As many new dungeons as you come to expect, so
開発中なので、
8.
今回のファンフェスではねダンジョンのスクリーンショットとか出せないんですけど、まためちゃくちゃいろんなパターンのバリエーション作ってますんで、次のファンフェスではね多分お伝えできるんじゃないかなと思います。
Okay, these are still mega super under development, so we can't show you any screenshots today, but we do have a lot of unique and different dungeons coming, and hopefully we can share them with you at the next FanFest.
ただね、どんな敵と戦うかぐらいはちょっとね教えてほしいんじゃないかなと。
We can tell you a little bit of who you will be fighting, though.
まあ新たな冒険の大陸、そして新たなエリアがあれば新たな強敵との出会いというのもあるかと思います。
Of course, we're going to a new continent. We have new areas, so there's going to be new enemies to face off against.
まあもちろん今回いつも通りノーマルとハードちゃんとどっちもね実装しますので、ぜひ楽しみにしてください。
And of course, as always, we will be preparing normal and hard versions of these encounters.
その一つだけ、ボス1個だけね、何にもないとちょっと何もないのかよってなっちゃうんで、アート一つ持ってきたのでご紹介します。
I would feel bad if I didn't show you anything, so we've brought out one piece of artwork of one of these new bosses.
Hmm.
幻獣バリガルマンダ、
The legendary Valigarmanda.
そしてまあ幻獣とはねちょっと何なのか、期待しててほしいなと。
What sort of legends does this ominous beast play a part in? Well, you'll see.
It did talk about like hard modes and stuff before, so I think unlike the Endwalker ones, this one is actually a trial and not
I wonder how
the
it will
fake
relate
out
to the
where they
contest that we're participating in.
presented the Mega Sisters and Anima as the trials, and then you kill both of them before the first trial of the.
Yes, of course, we will also be bringing updates to duty
Yeah.
support.
今回もですねメインクエスト、対象となるダンジョンに関しては必ず対応されています。
Of course, we can promise that there will be duty support for all dungeons involved in the main story.
でそれ以外にもですねこのコンテンツサポーターいろんなアップデートをするんですが、ちょっとねストーリーに関わるのであんまり詳しく言えないです。
We also have some new plans for places that we can implement duty support and what we can do with it, but it is too related to the story for us to give you details.
ただ、but、今回、まあ、暁の決明とね、いろいろコンテンツサポーターやってきたと思いますが、複数の新しいメンバーというのがコンテンツサポーター登場していきますので、その新しいキャラクターたちとの共闘というのを楽しみにしておいてください。
But I can tell you, so far we've been really focused on the Scions in duty support naturally, but we will be debuting a number of new characters for duty support.
もちろんですね、新しいギアとか
So Zero and
という
Aaron
の
are
を
in
大
duty
量
support
に
now.
クラフターギャザラーさんに向けて、実装させていただきます。
Of course, there will be plenty of new gear and recipes for crafters and gatherers.
And I feel like they wouldn't bring much attention to Anvil if he wasn't getting involved somewhere.
I mean, you're going to a whole new continent, so you'll have a lot to do.
Also, I guess Gleaners do have to be good at fighting due to all the stuff they go to.
やってきたように、無人島開拓実装してきました。
So as in 6.0, where we implemented Island Sanctuary,
今回パッチ 7.X シリーズではそれに続く新しい大規模生活系コンテンツを、展開していく予定です。
in the 7.x series, we are planning to implement some sort of content in the same vein.
こちらもですね企画は進行してるんですけど、あとねちょっとお見せするにはもうちょっと時間かかるので、次回をちょっとお待ちください。
We are proceeding with our plans here, but we don't have any screenshots yet, so we'll have to wait for next time for those.
そしてもちろんダンジョン以外のコンテンツというのも引き続きやっていきます。
Naturally, we have a
Oh,
lot of
variant
content
dungeons
that's
are staying
outside of
for
our
this
standard
expansion.
dungeons.
Nice.
特にですね新しく加えたバリアント
Hopefully
ダン
they
ジョン
actually
に関して
give gear
は
now.
7.X シリーズでもどんどん継続していきます。
We will, of course, continue the variant dungeons that we began implementing in 6.x in 7.x as well.
いろんなタイプのねプレイヤーの皆さんに楽しんでいただけるアライアンスレイドシリーズもいよいよ新シリーズが 7.1 からかな開幕します。
And from 7.1, we will have a new Alliance Raids series for all sorts of players to enjoy.
エオルゼア12神をテーマにした今ミス・オブ・エオルゼア非常に好評いただいてます。
So Myths of the Realm featuring the 12 has been very, very highly appraised.
次のシリーズはよりファイナルファンタジーらしいテーマで皆さんに驚きも含めてお届けの予定となっています。
That being the case, our next Alliance raid will be even more Final Fantasy-ish.
さて、どんなシリーズになるのかあれこれ予想しながらお待ちください。
What will it be? Think about it in the meantime before we reveal it.
そして先日のパッチ 6.4 で完結したパンデモニウムに続いて新たな8人レードというのももちろん、7.0 からスタートしていきます。
And from 7.0, obviously we have finished off Pandemonium, so we will be implementing a new 8-player raid as well.
そしてね、最高難度を誇る Z シリーズについても新たなコンテンツをお届けしていきます。
And there will be new ultimates as well.
そしてもちろん PVP のアップデートというのもどんどん続けていきます。
We will also, of course, be continuing to update PvP.
今回のファンフェスでも各リージョンの最強チームを決めるね大会開催されます。
At this very fan fest, we will be deciding the best team in each region.
クリスタルコンフリクトのアップデートとさらなるね盛り上げだけじゃなくてフロントラインやライバルウィングズの調整、そしてフロントラインに新しい
and PvP updates are nice and all, but also kind of need reason to run some of the things that are already there. I do not think a single Rival Wings game has ever popped in the Materia Data Center.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
あれどうなったこれどうなったってなるので、この先 7.0 でもどんどんアップデートしていきますよっていうコンテンツの一覧ちょっと。
But it's the same problem with like variants and Criterion dungeons. You just can't get people to do them because there's not enough rewards.
It feels like something that should be that should have daily challenge. Like the like front lines. Like again, Materia Frontlines are dead for like 23 hours of the day, but then everyone gets on at like 7 p.m. just to do the daily challenge.
All right, we will of course continue to update Blue Mage, and Hildebrand will also be back in 7.x doing something.
それからですね、ディープダンジョンに関しても新しい企画が進行してます。でもちろん、他のバトルコンテンツというのも検討していきますので、新しいコンテンツの開発というのもしっかり力を入れていきたいと思います。
So we are currently considering new plans for Deep Dungeons, but at the same time we are also considering brand new battle content plans as well.
ゴールドソーサーアップデートももちろん 7.x シリーズ続けるんですが、そういえば 6.x シリーズゴールドソーサー大きなアップデートないんじゃない？
So of course we're going to update the Gold Saucer in 7.x, but wasn't there some kind of update coming in 6.x as well?
No Blitzball.
No, it's not Blitzball.
ちょっと今日後でお話します。
But I will tell you about it later.
Okay, Blitzball Josh, thank God.
まあこの基調講演で話すからちょっと待ってね。
Even in this very keynote, I will tell you about it. So just wait just a sec.
さて、各種コンテンツアップデート、まあとにかくいろんなものをこれまで通りたくさんどんどん継続してアップデートしますよってお知らせさせていただいたので、ここからは、システム的なアップデートというのをお伝えしていこうと思います。
Okay, so we've gone over how we will be continuing to update content as we always do at as quick a pace as we can. So now let's look at some more system side updates.
そのシステムのアップデート
Here's our most major system update.
皆さんが本当に楽しみにしてくださっている第一次グラフィックスアップデートのその
We've already seen today a lot of the graphical
forward to our
update, and
first
it is
graphical
looking
update,
good.
so
So
I wanted to give you a bit of info about where we are with that.
ちょっとその前にこのグラフィックスアップデートのコンセプトっていうのをちょっとおさらいさせてください。
But first, let me explain a little bit about our philosophy behind this update.
ファイナルファンタジー14は、スタンドアローンのシングルゲームではないので、単純なやっぱりキャラクターとかオブジェクト単体じゃなくて、総合的な画面全体というのの美しさを、アップグレードしていくっていう方針にしています。
Alright, so Final Fantasy XIV is not a standalone title, so we don't feel that it's sufficient to upgrade the looks of the characters or certain objects on their own. We really want to take a unified approach and prioritize the aesthetics of the screen overall.
キャラクター、オブジェクト、それから影については高解像度化することでもう単純に綺麗になります。
Of course, by making improvements to characters, objects, and shadows, everything will just get overall prettier.
シェーダーアップデートしてですね、金属、こういう金属ですね、マテリアルについては質感が大幅に向上します。
And with shader updates, materials such as metal will look a lot more realistic.
ただし、ファイナルファンタジー14はですね、申請からもう10年、今年10周年にわたって皆さんに本当に長く愛していただいている作品です。
Of course, Final Fantasy XIV is also a game that's been going on for 10 years, and we have a lot of players who know and love the game as it is.
とにかく皆さんが操作するキャラクター、そのイメージを壊さないように大切にしていくべきだっていうふうに考えてます。
So we're really putting a lot of priority on not changing the image you have of your own character in your head. We want to make sure your characters still look the way that you enjoy them
I
now.
don't think they really have to change much about the overall look. I mean, 16 might be might be much higher graphical quality, but it still has the same feel graphically. 14.
So we're
Yeah.
really taking care to make sure that you don't see your updated character and think, oh, that's not what I thought it would look like at all.
And the game looks like a 14 Visual Works trailer, basically.
Yeah.
But it honestly might be better to just show you rather than continuing to talk.
注意点です。
One thing.
これあくまで途中経過の報告なので、細部のクオリティはもっと上がると思ってください。
Okay, so please, when you see this, know that this is still under development. So for the final version, you can expect even higher quality.
まずはキャラクターがどう変わっていくのかというところをちょっとご覧いただこうと思います。
All right, first let's take a look at what characters are going to look like.
それではどうぞ。
Play the video.
Wow, Colorado look a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, basically as expected, this doesn't look too different, just more in line with a game that is not developed for PlayStation 3 anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, Hrothgar gets a glow up.
Yep.
かなり 皆さんのキャラクターのイメージが崩れないように徹底的に注意をしながら、作ってまいりました。
So we really did take care to make sure that we weren't changing your overall impressions of the characters.
まあキャラクターで目立つのはやっぱりこう髪の毛のテクスチャー解像度の増加による鮮明さとか、あと眼球のリアリティアップ、あと肌の質感の向上みたいなところですかね。
I think the major points there is the improved hair texture, as well as the more realistic eyes and the beautiful skin that we now have.
ただ皆さんのやっぱりねキャラクターに対するイメージ愛情っていうのをとても大切にしたいと思っているので、とにかく慎重に、作業を進めてます。
But as we proceed, we will continue to bear in mind the vision you already will have had for your own characters.
またさっきね紹介したナイトの、6.0 のジョブ装備について今回ねテストケースで対応してるんですが、
So as you saw in the video, as sort of a test, we upgraded some Paladin job gear from 6.0.
とにかくものすごい数のギアが14存在しているので、7.1 以降も順次いろんな装備をアップデートすることになっているので、一気に全部変わるわけじゃないので、そこだけですねぜひご理解いただけると助かります。
But one thing I want you all to bear in mind is the fact that this game has an incredible amount of gear in it. So we won't be able to just dump it all at once in 7.0. We will continue to upgrade more and more gear sets throughout 7.x.
またもう一つなんですけど、
One more thing.
NPC たちもすごい綺麗になるんですけど、
The NPCs as well, they will get a lot prettier.
なんかめちゃめちゃ綺麗になるやつとまだ綺麗にならないやつがこういたりするんで、ちょっとしばらくは許してください。
But this is also affected by the fact that we need to update this on an ongoing basis. So for a little bit of time, we may have a situation where you have like one really shiny, nice person and one sort of, oh, I didn't get updated person.
もうねなんかねテレジアデレジとかはね綺麗にならなくてもいいんですけど、
Can we just leave Telegy at Elegy as he is, like whatever?
でもあいつプレイヤーの皆さんと同じアセットで組まれてるから、あいつはね綺麗になっちゃうんです。
Unfortunately, no, he will get prettier because he uses the same assets as the player characters.
なので 7.0 からの
Pretty sure they specifically mentioned before that the way this update works, they have to update Telegy and Telegy.
NPC プレイヤーキャラクターを優先してやっていくので、逆に 7.0 と 2.0 の序盤からこうだんだん狭まってくるみたいなイメージでアップデートしていく予定です。
So for the time being, of course, all these graphic updates will be applied to the new areas, new characters in 7.0. And we're also going to go back and apply them to areas and characters from 2.0. And then we'll sort of close in on the middle expansions from there.
でもちろんねいろんな装備順次対応していきますので、その点だけご承知おきください。
Right, that makes sense in the same approach they're doing with duty support.
次なんですけど、今度はねマップ、もうねスクリーンショット出てますが、マップを見ていきたいと思います。
And I'd like to take a look at the map areas as well, if we can look at the screenshot.
マップはですねライティングの違いと、それから今あるこのメタルオブジェクト系の違いというところが、分かっていただけるかと思います。
So from this picture, I think you can see that when you're walking around, generally you'll find like better quality materials such as metals.
こちらも動画用意しますので、早速見ていこうと思います。
But we do have a video for this as well, so let's take a look at that.
よーく見てくださいね。
I think the stream broke.
And they were just on that one screen for ages.
Oh, here we are. That's better. They're really proud of the glistening effects that they got on the metal.
And that reflections, that shit's hard.
関してはですね、メモリのこれまで制限というのを緩和したことによって、オブジェクトの配置数というのもこれまで以上に格段に増やせるようになりました。
So up until now, we
Like,
did have memory
just-
limitations that were preventing us from putting a lot of objects in these different areas. But
Like, just
we've
anything
got
that
ability to increase
resembles
there, so
a
we can
real
have more
reflection
stuff per
is
area.
difficult. Like, historically, what you had to do was just create the objects on the other side of the reflective surface again.
For the 7.0
And
content first, and then moving on to the rest.
ですので 7.0 のエリアは既存のエリアより格段に綺麗です。
So then you'll notice that the 7.0 areas are kind of prettier than the previous areas.
ただしその手前の、Q エリアに関しても影とかそれからライティングは自動的に全て変更されることになります。
But in the old areas, things like the shadow improvements and lighting will be automatically applied, so you will still see some improvement there to start with.
オブジェクト数をね増やすのはちょっと作業コスト的に当面手がかけれないとは思うんですが、今まで以上に美しく見えるようになるのは間違いありません。
It will take some time to add those extra objects we're talking about, but in terms of appearance, it still will look better.
では最後、実は開発チームカットシーンセクションとかが一番喜んでいる、植物、自動生成ものの植物についてちょっと見ていきたいと思います。
Okay, so now moving on to the thing that the development team is most excited about, particularly the cutscene team, that is plants and our auto-generated greenery.
the plants.
こちらもですね、動画ご用意してあります。映像の中でね、比較が出たりするので、ちょっと見比べながらご覧いただければと思います。
So we do have a video again for this, so please take a close look and compare what we have.
どうぞ。
Oh wow, that is a big upgrade.
The grass actually looks like grass now, and the lighting is like way better. Look, I'm gonna need to stop playing this game on my shitty old laptop and only play it on my new PC instead. Meg is gonna look amazing with these updates.
Yeah, wow.
So I think you might have seen the grass in the bottom right-hand side of the video.
ね、皆さんもね、スクリーンショットを撮ろうとしたら、なんかすごいジャギジャギの草ここにいるみたいに。
And if you have that kind of grass, as you know, when you try to take a screenshot, you're like, oh, that's there.
まあそういうのはなくなるので、スクリーンショットを撮りやすく。
But yeah, it's not just that the things look better, it's just the absolute raw number. Like, you can't see the ground texture in that new version anymore.
ただこのアップデート、自動的にね、こうシステムで、植えるこう草花のアップデートなので。
So this update will actually be automatically applied through the system.
残念ながらブドウのポリゴン数は自動的に増えたりはしないんですけどね。
Except, you know, unfortunately, we can't also automatically increase the poly count that is available in this game.
そこグレープって言ってもらわないと。
Grapes. We must mention the grapes.
そう。オートマチックでグレープのポリゴンは増えないって。
I just need you to know that we cannot give any more polygons to the grapes.
We have already reached the theoretically best possible grapes.
さだけが上がるわけじゃなくて、このグラフィックスアップデートによってさらに得られるちょっとシステム面のアップグレードをちょっとこの後ご紹介したいと思います。
Okay, but with these graphic updates, it's not just that things are getting prettier, we also have some system-based improvements that are coming because of this.
このグラフィックスアップデートに得られる最初の大きなポイント、染色システムアップデートさせていただきます。
So probably the biggest benefit you're going to see from this graphic updates is an update to the dye system.
これまでも非常に多かった染色箇所を増やしてほしいなっていうフィードバックなんですが、
For a while, we've been getting a ton of feedback from people saying, I really want to be able to dye more parts of my gear.
Oh, it's fucking most well-received news of the day. God damn.
2箇所まで染色できるようになります。
So now we have upgraded it so that you will be able to apply 2 dyes per gear piece.
で、ちょっと一部のハウジングアイテムなどは難しいんですが、できる限り多くの装備アイテムで、染色箇所を2箇所にね増加させていただきます。
We may not be able to apply this to certain housing items, ones that are particularly difficult, but we will try to apply it to as much gear as we possibly can.
こちらについてはですね、7.0 リリースのタイミングで全てのアイテムに対応するのはちょっと難しいんですが、できるだけ多くのアイテムを 7.0 で対応して、対応が間に合わなかったものは順次アップデートで、複数染色箇所対応していこうと思いますので、こちら順次もねこれもアップデートされると思っていただけると助かります。
Okay, so as before, we will try to implement as many of these items in 7.0 as we can so they can be upgraded, but we probably will not get to all of them, so if your favorite gear has not been upgraded yet, know that it will be upgraded in 7.x. It's coming.
そして続いてもですね、こちらもご要望多かったものです。
Next, we have another thing that we've gotten a lot of requests for.
Glasses.
メガネを頭装備をつけるとメガネがかけれない。メガネをかけると頭装備が消える。
You can look like an intellectual now.
7.0 から、できるだけ、7.0 間に合わせる予定で今進んでますが、メガネをですね、頭装備つけたままメガネつけられるようになります。
Okay, so, until now it was the situation where if I want to wear a helmet, I can't wear eyeglasses. If I want to, and then I put anything on my head and there's no glasses and it's tragic. So we will do our best to make sure this is implemented in 7.0 so that you will be able to wear headgear and glasses at the same time.
皆さんの中でですね、8人レイドとか絶とかよく言ってるよっていう人どれぐらいいます？
How many of you frequently play 8-man raids or ultimates?
結構いますね。
Wow, there's a lot.
メガネを装備するっていうことはやばい、新しいアクセサリー増えるのかしらって思うかもしれません。
So those folks might be thinking, oh no, does that mean I need to have more accessory problems?
今回実装させてもらうメガネはあくまでファッションアイテムって扱いにするので、パラメータとかは一切ないですし、あまりチェストを使うようなこともないので、ただペーパードールからね装備できるようにはしますので、そこは安心してください。
So for these new glasses, while you will be able to equip them on your character like gear, system-wise they are not treated like gear. They will not take up space in your armory chest, so do not worry.
こ そしてシステム的なアップデートもう一つ、こちらはですね、すみません、7.0 ではないんですが、今 7.x のどっかでアップデートできるように頑張ってる機能です。
Okay, this last one we'll not be able to implement in 7.0, but we are going to plan it for 7.x.
大変お待たせしていますが、
Sorry for the long
Of
wait.
course, it was gonna happen eventually.
なんとかですね、ハウジングにおける、家具の配置数の増加というのを現在作業中でございます。
We are currently working on increasing the furnishing limit.
なんとかね、7.x で、達成できる見込みですので、ぜひですね、ハウジングやってるよっていう方、
Oh, who uses housing here?
すいません、本当にお待たせしました。
I'm really sorry we made you wait this long.
そんな皆さんにですね、ぜひもうちょっと待ってもらえれば、お届けできるようにね、今サーバーチーム頑張ってますので、もう少々お待ちください。
All right, but the server team is really trying their best, so please just be patient for a little while longer and you'll have your extra furnishings.
ただですね、グラフィックスアップデートをするとですね、どうしても、それと同時にお伝えしなければならないことがあります。
Unfortunately, because we are doing a graphics update, we do need to tell you some important news that goes along with that.
動作環境変わります。
The system requirements are changing.
大丈夫です、少しで。
It's only a little bit though.
こうなります。
These are the new specs.
左側が必須動作環境、もう最低でもこれ揃えてくださいです。
On the left is the bare minimum that you need to play the game.
で、我々としては右側をおすすめしたいなっていう感じです。
On the right is what we personally think would be ideal.
で、Mac 版はすいません、まだ検証途中なので、固まったらまたお知らせさせていただきます。
As for the Mac stuff, we're still trying to figure out the details on that, so we will let you know as soon as we can.
プレイステーション4版はそのまま継続サポートさせていただきますので、心配はしなくて大丈夫です。
But you don't need to worry about PS4. We will continue to support that.
ただし、
However,
16も出たんだからそろそろいいんじゃないかなって。 PS5 買いましょうよ。
yeah, but you know, FF16 is out, so if you were thinking of getting a PS5, now's the time.
Oh my god.
ちなみに皆さん大丈夫そうですか？ PC の環境。
Are you guys going to be okay? Do these requirements look okay?
まあいろんなね他のゲームを PC で楽しむためにもまあ普通これぐらいあっても十分かなと思うので、まあできるだけねあまり超強力な PC じゃないと動かないみたいなことはしないつもりなので、ぜひ来年の夏までに、スペックちょっと足りないなという方は、パーツの、買い替えだったり、PC の買い替え自体を検討していただけると助かります。
So we don't want to force everyone to get like a super high spec PC, but we do think that if you upgrade to this level, it'll also help you in playing other games as well. So those of you who need to, if you could, consider upgrading your system by next summer, that would be fantastic.
システム的なアップデート、ちょっとあと1枚だけ小ネタスクリーンショットがあるので、紹介して終わろうかと思います。
Okay, one more quick system update that we have a screenshot for.
Oh. Wow.
What? Holy shit, they finally put this stupid thing in the game. This has been needed for like 4 expansions now.
グラフィックスアップデートそのものではないんですけど、ちょっと面白いものを作ってますという報告です。
So this isn't related to the graphics update, but we thought it was cool, so we'll share it.
まだ UI もね全然仮の状態なんですが、皆さんがゲームの中でコンテンツ攻略などを打ち合わせできるようにホワイトボード機能というのを制作中です。
Okay, so this UI is not final, but fundamentally this is an online whiteboard style feature that will allow you to meet up and discuss your plans when you're challenging various duties.
まあ、ファイナルファンタジー14で本当に君ら一体何作ってんのみたいな機能たくさんあるんですけど、それら、とにかく皆さんがゲームを楽しむための新しい遊び、それをサポートする機能というのもどんどん 7.x シリーズでも作っていきますので、どうぞお楽しみにしててください。
You know, Final Fantasy XIV has a lot of features that might make you think like, well, that's a weird choice to add. But on 7.0, we also do want to focus on those features that you will all find useful. So hopefully you will enjoy what we have in store.
さて、気象公演もちょっとね終わりに近づいてきたんですが、今日お話しできる 7.0 や 7.x シリーズに関する内容はこれくらいです。
Okay, so we're closing in on the end here, and that is all I can share with you about 7.0 for now.
ただし、もちろんねこの後パッチ 6.5 とかそれに続くアップデートがあるので、こちら。
But we do have some updates still to come in 6.5.
その 7.0 に至るまでにパッチ 6.x シリーズで今後大きなものいろいろあるので、それをお知らせさせていただこうと思います。
So there's plenty of interesting stuff to come in the time before 7.0 is released. So I wanted to really quickly go over some of that.
まずはフリートライアルのアップデートをさせていただきます。
Oh, free trial going up to level 70.
現在のフリートライアル、新生オルゼアから蒼天と石ガルドパッチ
Very good, very good.
Someone's gonna have to update the copy pasta.
Free trial goes from A Realm Reborn
Yeah.
to the end of Heaven's Word right before 4.0.
I feel like it's not going to have as good of a cadence of it now.
グレンのリベレーター、つまりパッチ 5.0 の直前まで拡大させていただきます。
But with 6.5 release, this will be expanded to include all Stormblood up till right before Shadowbringers.
ぜひですね、7.0 の新しい冒険のスタートに備えて、たくさんの、14の魅力というのをいろんな人に触れてもらうためにですね、今後もフリートライアル拡張を続けていきたいと思ってます。
Since we are starting on this new adventure, we thought it would be a really great time to bring more people, let them see the charms of Final Fantasy XIV. So we will continue to expand from here.
ぜひ皆さんのご友人ご家族でまだ14触れてないぞという方がいたらですね、ぜひこのフリートライアル、拡大でですねおすすめしていただけると大変嬉しいです。
If you still have friends or family who haven't played 14, if you could just nudge them in this direction, that'd be great. Thank you.
Please. さあ、次のニュースはちょっと変わってます。
All right, the next news is a little bit different.
動画を先にご覧いただこうと思います。
Let's start with the video.
What is this? Fall Guys, really?
Damn, like a second behind you. What the fuck? What?
I mean, this isn't the first time Square Enix has worked with Fall Guys. Like, there's fucking Nier Automata stuff in there, but... Like, you know, when they said, like, oh, we're gonna run video, I thought they were going to do female Hrothgar. God damn it.